Hey everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video, we will be heading back on over to Reddit, filtering by top post of this week, and just seeing what the Huns have been up to. It's a new week, we are in peak holiday time, and each week the Huns don't disappoint. They're still out here claiming to be business owners, claiming that people just need to spend money on them because they're just humble people trying to make a little bit of extra money. And when you need to beg friends and family on Instagram to make you money, I don't think that makes you a business owner. So if at any point you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Also, make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links. And with all of that said, let's get into reading these posts. Life-changing income. I went to the grocery store today on a Tuesday, just 2 weeks before Christmas. Head exploding emoji. You might be wondering, what's the big deal? Let me explain. You see, when you're a family of 4 on one income and your husband gets paid every other Wednesday, the Tuesday before payday is rough. At least it used to be. On Tuesdays, we would usually eat whatever we could scrape out of the freezer or pantry to get by until payday. Don't let me fool you, sometimes we still do because we move too much into savings, and also, we never want to forget where we came from, laughing, crying emoji. But today I stopped by Meijer to grab several things we needed, and the ingredients to make the soup I decided sounded good this morning. I didn't even have to check the bank account. Y'all, that is what I call life-changing money. I have 2 VIP spots available for mentorship this month. Who else wants to experience life-changing income? Okay, life-changing income is being able to go to the grocery store and spend a little bit more than you previously could on some ingredients to make a soup, which could consist of broth, maybe a couple vegetables, and maybe a can of beans. And there you go. There's the soup, which all of that, depending on where they live, costs anywhere between $2 and $5, and maybe even on the higher end, $8. So they didn't have to check their bank account when they were, at the grocery store? Because they checked earlier that morning, so they knew that they could go to the grocery store and get the ingredients to make a soup. I guess life-changing money is different for everyone. I just feel like when they use the phrase life-changing income, this is more than just being able to go to the grocery store and purchase a couple more things than you could prior. So, to me, life-changing income is you have a house and you no longer have to stress about money, which obviously, apparently to humble yourself and never forget where you came from, you still do sometimes stress about money. People who have life-changing income don't ever stress about money. It's just, I know they say this because they're like, well, technically I'm not making all the money that my uplines told me that I would be making, but I still have to get other people interested in this, so I'll make it small, and I'll make the small things sound exciting right now, so that eventually I can be grateful for all the actual life-changing things that I will get. And also we see here, they say I have 2 VIP spots. You have infinity VIP spots, but you just want it to sound like, oh, I only have 2 left, better get in before it's gone. They're never gone. They're never gone. Comments on this say, sorry kids, I put too much money in savings this month. We'll eat tomorrow. Somebody else said, can't let them forget where they came from. Exactly. Like, if you put too much money in savings and then take it out, don't worry about that. I don't know why you would be like, oh, well, guess we can't eat today because we put too much money in savings, and it would be absolutely impossible for us to just change that back over. That was an annoying, humble brag, I think, is what they were kind of going for there. It's like, we're just putting so much money away in savings that we're, oops-a-daisy, we put too much away because we just are rolling in the money in my MLM business. If you are on social media talking about how you're just like, I'm able to go to the grocery store and buy ingredients for a soup. You're not making any money. Somebody has said, going to bed hungry every now and again builds up bootstrap character. Somebody said, honey from the block. Someone else said, this right here. I'm reading this like, you've got money to put into savings, but not to feed yourselves. But then also the, don't forget where we came from. Ah yes, the days of old when we used to starve. It tracks that someone who has the money to put into savings, but not keep enough out to properly plan and purchase groceries, would also be the same person to join a MLM. They have zero money management skills, which is where it's dangerous to join MLMs, because if you're not thinking about how much you're putting into an MLM, you're just like, they're like, oh my god, it's payday, isn't this exciting? What are you going to buy today with payday? What are you going to thank the MLM for today on payday? When in all reality, the only money that you're getting for payday is the, I'll say commission, but the discount money that they're giving back to you from spending on products that you bought earlier in the week. So it's not really income, it's just you getting a discount check sent to you. But everybody around you will gaslight you and make you believe that that is income coming in, which I guess in a way kind of is, but not in any sort of business sense. I told her she was creepy for sliding into my DMs. I think you are the first to tell me that it's creepy though. But hey, to each their own. Curious, does it make it creepy that you respond to tell me it was creepy? Yeah, I'm not interested in any MLM or online person training you're trying to sell. That was me saying nicely to F off. But you're obviously too dumb to read between the lines, so kindly F off. Yikes, girl! I just asked about the goal you told me you had. Who said anything about MLM or online training? Why are you so angry? I surely hope you have a better Saturday. It's 100% super easy to spot. I'm not interested and I don't need help from a starry-eyed stranger on the internet. Interesting. Well, I actually think it's awesome that you don't need any help. Again, not that I even offered. Slay those goals, Jen. 100%. 100. This person is unavailable on Messenger. And down here, OP writes, what do you think she's trying to sell? Probably some sort of health and wellness MLM. She was probably, if she's talking to you about goals, my guess is it's some sort of weight loss goals, and she'll say like, oh my god, I just started this program and it's the most incredible program ever. I tried every program under the sun and this is the greatest one of all time. Would you be interested if I gave you a free trial or checking it out? Do you also need extra income? Because you could actually also do what I'm doing. It always is that sort of progression. But it is creepy to reach out to people and try and sell them something when they really don't know you. And you're just kind of having a casual conversation about something. Now, of course, I guess she never got to the point, like got to the pitch yet. Because usually, remember, they're supposed to be best friends with this person before they mention anything about a product. So they're just supposed to find something relatable, find something that, I guess, find the right trigger word while having that conversation that they can use to be like, well, you use the word. Well, see, you need money, or you need accountability, or you need a community, or you need, you just want to spend money. I got you. So, and, this person is like, hey, I know what you're doing. I can see through it. And to be like, wow, who said anything about this? It's like, your tone. Your tone says everything about it. I mean, the way that they speak and the emojis that they use is very MLM. And they technically never really denied it when they said, like, I'm not interested in your MLM stuff. I'm not interested in your online personal training garbage that you're attempting to sell me. It's like, well, who said anything about it? It's like, no, I know that's what you're doing. My guess is they went to their page and they saw that they were maybe a part of an MLM, or they just clearly can smell MLM from afar. See what the comments say on this. Does it make you creepy for saying I'm creepy? Like, who's the real creep here? Food for thought. But don't worry, it's 0 calories, so you'll still hit your goals, girl. Somebody else said, you know what they say, setting boundaries is the utmost creepy thing you can do. Exactly. Like, I don't know, if someone's like, hey, I think you reaching out to me about something is kind of creepy. It's like, I think it's creepy that you called me creepy. All right, reverse Uno, calm down. Oh, God. Somebody else said, your key and emoji spotting skills save the day. Yeah, exactly. Somebody said, I definitely had a Hun slide into my DMs because I asked a very real friend what she was drinking when she posted a picture of some delicious-looking lemonade. Turns out it was It Works Cleansing Swill. Is cleansing swill? I don't know. It Works is weird. This is probably for It Works. It Works has some of the just weirdest people in it. Why am I acting like It Works is the one that all of the health and wellness people talk the exact same way, but they also are some of the weirdest people. I don't know. Just everything about any of the products is just, drink this drink. It makes you lose 100 pounds in 3 seconds. And it's like, well, that sounds extremely unhealthy. And they're like, well, it isn't. That's usually always the logic. Well, no, you're wrong. Oh. All right, well, do you have science to back it up? See, we have personal testimonies of the MLM products and people saying so. That didn't make any sense. Yeah, it's not supposed to. Do you want to buy because I want you to? That's their logic. Confuse the person and usually make them feel really, really good before they start to question anything. So if they start to question something, then just confuse them and hopefully that will work. The percentages make my head hurt. 105% decrease in negative mood, 60% decrease in irritability, 55% decrease in anxiety, 49% decrease in overall stress, 70% increase in good gut bacteria, 211% increase in positive mood. 2 weeks in, and I'm floored, people. If you're not drinking happy juice, you absolutely should. It works by healing your gut-brain axis and helps produce serotonin and dopamine. I've never felt so good. It would help you too. That just sounds like drugs. That's what it sounds like. Also, what did they go with, like a 500, like we just like always are running on 500%, like 250% is negative, 250% is positive, and so we need to get all of this to the positive side. To me, that just sounds like you're on drugs. 2 weeks in, and you just have had all of these intensely emotional experiences. I don't know if that's well, I was going to say I don't know if that's a good thing. That's definitely not a good thing. That doesn't seem to be a good way to go about things. Also, it says your gut-brain axis? Is that your gut brain? They just say words. I swear. They just say words. This, while reading this, like, doesn't this kind of come off like a parody post? Like someone who's making fun of an MLM? And this is either It Works or maybe Juice Plus, because I'm just going with... It could be Plexus, because it looks like a pink drink. So let's zoom in. Yeah, it looks like a pink drink. So I'm going to say it could be Plexus. Oh, it's like some sort of powder down here. And here's the thing. When I'm talking about it being Plexus or It Works or Juice Plus, like or it could be Herbalife. I don't know. Nah, it's not gross enough looking to be Herbalife. They all sound the same. It's like when they're not said, I have to like take a guess of which one it is because they're all the same. They all say the same sort of thing. This one could be in It Worked or Juice Plus or Herbalife or Plexus or Arbonne. I mean, it's probably not Arbonne because those would be fizz sticks. But again, the only difference between this container of powder and Arbonne is Arbonne puts the container of powder in little convenient packets. But they're all the same. And this is something that somebody at Arbonne would say is that, like, all of my negativity is gone and all my positiveness has been replaced with it in only 2 weeks. No, it hasn't. You're just saying that because you want people to buy. When people are genuinely talking about a product, they don't talk like this. The only people who talk like this are people who are trying to sell the product and overhype it. Comments on this say, none of those are quantifiable or measurable stats, and I'd love to know how she measures her gut bacteria. Somebody says, pokes at her poop. Taste test. Oh, people, no. Sometimes you just people just go a certain way that you just don't want them to. Somebody else said, where the hell are they coming up with these percentages? They just wrote numbers down to make it look really exciting and hope that this sparks somebody who's scrolling through social media. Somebody else said, revealing that source would require a doctor and a flashlight. I don't think a doctor or a flashlight could come up with any reason that they pulled these sort of percentages. I think they just maybe went on Google, typed in random number generator, and that's what we got. And then maybe they got a 12%. They're like, not high enough. It needs to be higher. The higher, the better. Even though maybe they don't know that things need to add up to 100%. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe they think, you know what? Let's add this up. I gotta see. What are we looking at here? All right, 105 plus 60 plus 55 plus 49 plus 70 plus 211. 550. So maybe they think that humans run on 550% of these things. I mean, anxiety and irritability, sure. Stress, okay. Good gut bacteria, and positive mood and negative mood, I don't know if those are necessarily levels that need percentages. To me, all of this is just feeling and not anything to do with science. But this is an MLM, and if you ever bring up science, they get really scared. We're different, okay? What most people don't realize about being a brand partner with Neora is we're not just another MLM company. On September 28, 2023, Neora changed the network marketing industry when a federal judge ruled in our favor against the FTC on all counts, proving that we are not a pyramid scheme, and stated that MLM companies should take notice in us and how we run things because it's 100% legit, and that other companies should follow the Neora standard. I run this business on my time. I am able to make money from anywhere. I clock in when I can. I get paid up to 5 times each month. You know, I don't know if you were supposed to be defending yourself at the end there, but you more just made it seem like you're definitely a part of a pyramid scheme, because the getting paid up to 5 times a month, they get paid weekly on their commission, and then they get paid a 5th time on their team sales. And how do you get team sales? Oh, by having downlines. And what does that sound like? That sounds like you need to recruit, and recruiting usually in every single MLM is the main way you make money, which also makes it seem like you are definitely a pyramid scheme. And I'm sorry, just because a judge says that you're not a pyramid scheme doesn't, in my mind, mean that you're not a pyramid scheme, because right now you came to the defense of, hey, we can't be a pyramid scheme, then you're a pyramid scheme. You got sued for being a potential pyramid scheme. I mean, unless you weren't running things pretty close to a pyramid scheme, you would have never been sued to begin with. So the fact that you were sued for being a pyramid scheme in general is a problem and not something that you should be proud of. It's like when Monet, you know, all the hair loss things, and I think a lot of those fell through. They're like, oh, see, we can't, it didn't go through, so the claims aren't true. And it's like, nope, the claims still happen to people, just they had really good lawyers that got them out of it. Just because a judge clears you on certain things doesn't necessarily mean that they're not true. You know, plenty of people get away with stuff every day. Plenty of people get away with things they should never get away with because they have good lawyers. Alright, cons on this say. LMAO, I posted about an opening I posted about an opening my real job had, and I didn't have to prove to my friends/family that it was legit with stupid remarks like, the FTC ruled in our favor on all counts. Crazy how that works. How can they be so oblivious? Exactly. Somebody else said, guys, we're legit, I swear. I know, like, when you have to come out and say this, it's like, we're not just another MLM company. No, you are. You are. You just got sued. So a lot of the other ones haven't been sued, so they're able to, I guess, slip under the table, the rug, hide. I don't know. They're hiding pretty well. They're hiding in plain sight. But again, when you have to make a post like this to be like, see, we're totally legit. Like, yeah, we got sued for being a scam, but like, hey, it doesn't matter because we're cleared. Okay, but why did people think you were a scam to begin with? Why were you sued to begin with? Like, that's not a good thing when you need to come to a defense for a bad thing that the company you paid to work for is doing. Like, when you hire people at your job, like if you're a hiring manager, you don't start out with being like, so I know you heard we're probably a scam. See, we're not because of this, 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 and this. And it's like, oh, all right. And also, if people didn't even know about this, if people had not even heard about this, but you're like bringing it to their attention, also not a good thing to do. All right, we have reached the end of the video, and by this time, we absolutely know what that means. It is meme time, and this person said, found this reading the old Boondocks, and this man is saying, hey there, little man, my name is Thomas, and I bet we're going to be really good friends. And I forget his name from Boondocks, but the little boy, the little kid, he says, you selling Amway products? Which is probably what happened. And OP writes down here, May 3rd, 1999. And this is so true. It's like, oh my God, we're gonna be really good friends. Also, why is this why is this adult trying to be friends with this child? I'm glad that they switched it to like, oh, they're just trying to sell me something and not making it weirder than I guess it could have been. But yeah, it's like, people will reach out to you and you're like, ooh, yay, legit friendship. And then come to find out they're like, see, I'm a part of this company that's really amazing. And that's why I think that is probably, I mean, there are a lot of things that the MLMers do that are just horrible and toxic, you know, trying to just profit off of friends and family and trying to get them to just spend on you to keep you afloat. And by keep you afloat, I mean keep your uplines afloat and your uplines happy. That's pretty bad. But I think going into Facebook groups of people who are looking for jobs or single mom Facebook groups or stay-at-home mom Facebook groups and making friends with these people just to hopefully convince them to join underneath you, like, the ruse of friendship is a really gross tactic. And, you know, I will always give certain hunts credit when they just are, you know, out there very forward with what they are doing. They're like, I am trying to sell you a product, or I'm trying to recruit you, I'm talking to you because I have this great opportunity, blah, 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 you know, sales pitch 101. At least they're upfront with what their intention is versus getting to know someone and talking to them, finding out about their kids and their hobbies and their pets, and maybe just, you know, confiding in people and people being like, wow, this person's being really cool. Like, maybe I could have a new friend here. Like, this is really nice to be able to talk to someone. They seem to really be interested in me and be really interested in what I have to say. And then a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months goes by, you're talking to them and they're like, hey, I started this new business and I think you would be perfect for it. We've been talking for a while and you told me how you could use some extra money, or you could use something on the side. You could use community. You want something to fill your time. Like, literally, I can fill in all the blanks. And they just were talking to you because you were just a name in a notebook. They don't remember the conversation they were necessarily having with you. But for you, it was something special. It was something what you thought was real, and then come to find out it wasn't. And it's just, that's such a bad way to go about trying to sell a product. At least when you walk into Target, the intention is clear. They want you to buy something. You're not walking in and they are all trying to make friends with you. They're just like, hey, if you need help, let me know. If not, I'm gonna go stock something. Not, oh my god, that sweater that you're wearing is incredible. It looks so good on you. It's probably the most, like, beautiful sweater that I have ever seen any single person wear in their entire life. By the way, would you also like to work here? You know, big box stores obviously have their problems, but at least you can go in, and if you have a question for one of the associates, that they will answer your question as legitimately as they can. Like if you say, hey, where is this item? They will say, hey, let me take you to where this item is. There you go. Instead of, oh my god, you look incredible today. I will totally show you where that item is. It is probably the best item that you will ever touch in your entire life. You will just gaze upon it and be so in love with it that you have to sell it. Do you want to also do what I do? So there's definitely a difference there. Actually, there's a big difference there. They also don't try and be best friends with you the moment they lay eyes on you. Alright, you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything anti-MLM in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!